Right. Today I'm going to talk about something that has been dear to my heart and something I've been quite frustrated recently about my life. So I'm going to title this video something like I have failed at every step in my life or something like that. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Why do I want to talk about this? Why do I want to talk about my failures and what are those failures? So, a couple weeks back, I was talking to my friends, and me and my friendship group, we talk about programming. We're part of this Discord, and we talk about programming, computer science, and careers, obviously. Careers come up all the time. People are looking for jobs, looking for career opportunities, looking for business opportunities, right? And essentially, somewhere down the line of talking about this for months on end, I realized that for all of the goals that I want to achieve, which are work at a decent sized company, build something of value, work in fintech in particular, I realized that I was given every opportunity to do so, yet I have failed to achieve that. I've already been in positions where I could have worked for multiple fintech companies, multiple, including a quant, and I just squandered it. I've failed at every step of the way. Um, in the UK, high school is called sixth form, so you get to choose whether or not you do college, which is more like plumbing, hairdressing, electrician, so like trades, and then sixth form, which is what is seen as high school, is more like academic towards like physics, mathematics, economics, that kind of stuff, and then you go to university, right? So sixth form is like prelude to university. So in sixth form, I barely passed. My grades, you usually do three or four subjects. I did maths, physics, and history, and I barely passed. I got D, E, E, and E is a pass, by the way. So these are terrible grades. These are absolutely awful grades. And an average university will ask for a BCC, and a good university will ask for triple A in any subject that you apply for. And obviously, elite universities will ask for A star, A star, A. Anyway, I applied to five universities, and I got two offers. The first offer was Nottingham, which is my second choice, and my other offer was Bradford, which is the university I ended up going because I failed to meet my grades. So this is first failure, right? I don't go to Nottingham, which is a Russell Group university. It's a prestigious university. Not everyone can get in. I didn't get in there. Second, I chose to do engineering. At the time, I always knew I wanted to do programming. I always knew I wanted to do something with computer science, but I chose to do engineering because I thought it would be easier than computer science. Imagine for a second, imagine someone telling you that civil and structural engineering is easier than computer science. I know, ridiculous. Then I get to Bradford and I do a foundation year, right? So bad grades, fail to go to Nottingham. I do foundation year, and I do another 2 years of wasting my life away, not learning anything, drinking, partying, going out with people. So that's another failure. Then I finally pull my shit back together, and but mind you, in 2018 I went to Bradford. In 2021 I started my computer science degree. Okay, so I basically wasted 3 years of my life. Then fast forward to 2022. In 2022, end of 2022, I got my CompTIA Security Plus, which is a win. Finally getting a win. And I started applying for roles. I think I applied for a grand total of 30 roles. And I got some of the best interviews. I got through to, so I got Lloyd's, G Research, WithSecure, CrowdStrike, um, West Yorkshire Police, and a couple others. And all of these I got to the final stage, by the way. And I failed at the final stage. CrowdStrike, I was sat there, and there were these two German guys, and they asked me, "So what have you done? Tell us a bit about yourself. What have you done?" So I told them, "Well, I'm doing computer science for cybersecurity, and I have a CompTIA Security Plus certification, which is good. And then he asked like, what kind of projects have you done? Well, I built a scraper that like scrapes this one specific Chinese website, and that website has a vulnerability where you can basically watch every single movie for free. It's like a movie watching site, right? So I like scraped all the URLs off the website so I can watch the movies for free. He's like, oh, that's a pretty cool project. What else have you done? And I've done nothing. And he said, your competition is building drivers for Windows. That was 3 to 4 years ago. Okay? Then I had an interview with G Research. I didn't know what G Research was. I just some kind of quantitative company. They do some kind of mathematics. Right, cool, fantastic. I got to the final stage and I dropped them to go to work for the police. Now, granted, it was great. I enjoyed working for the police. It was a fantastic decision. But I didn't understand what I was losing at the time because I was naive and fucking stupid, okay? Really stupid. Really stupid. And I'm angry. I'm angry with myself. It's no one else's fault. It's mine. Okay? Then I'm graduating in 2025. And I think that having 2 certifications, one for AWS, one for CompTIA Security Plus, having 2 years of experience is gonna be enough. It isn't, because I can't pass interviews. In February this year, 2026, I had an interview at a company that would have been a strict upgrade. The pay was better, the benefits were better, the technology stack was better, and it was in exactly the field I wanted to be in, fintech. And I failed the most basic Python practical test of all time. That makes me angry. It makes me angry because I have been given every opportunity to succeed, and yet I still failed. It's like the world says, look, all you have to do is study a little bit, and you can achieve all your goals. But instead, I squandered all of it. So there's a quote from Vegeta. So, what are you going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? I think my current goal right now is to interview Max. And to interview Max, I need to do 3 things. DSA, system design, and practical programming tests in person. I need to study these 3 areas. Because if I don't do this, I'll stagnate and I will eventually not get a job. Eventually I will fall out of this field. And I don't want to fall out of this field. This field is for me. This is where all the people that I find like-minded to be at. I want to be in software engineering. I want to be in application development. And I will persevere. I will. Watch me.